Hello, everyone. It's Leslie Burton again, and I've been talking to you for several weeks now about the Akashic Records and various bits and pieces to do with them. So, what I thought I would do this week was to actually sort of talk about them a little bit more. So, are you ready now? Are you ready now, after all I've been saying, to access your soul's wisdom? Here's where you can start. So, if you've been curious about the Akashic Records and you've been listening to my videos, or even if this is the first one you've seen and you want to go back and have a look at some of the other ones, but you didn't really know where to begin, this video is for you. Okay, so this one is your video. I'm going to walk you through everything and what the Akashic Records are, how the Akashic Records work, and what to expect and how to prepare yourself for them. Okay, so let's start then at the beginning, obviously. What are the Akashic Records? So the Akashic Records, and I have done another video or more in depth on this. So if you want to go back, I will put the link below so you can actually pop back to that one and have a look. But the Akashic Records are a cosmic library of your soul's entire journey. So, not just this lifetime, but all the lifetimes that have come before this. And generally speaking, there have been quite a few. So, they contain every thought that you've had, every feeling you've had, every action you've taken, and experience that you've had. Not only, as I've said, across this lifetime, but about across all the lifetimes that have come before this. So, Akashic itself, the word Akashic comes from the Sanskrit. It means sky or space. It's the idea that everything is recorded within the fabric of the universe. Yeah, so it's that all-encompassing area within the fabric of the universe. They're not in any way judgmental. That's not what your Akashic records are for. They are just a record. It's literally like looking in a dictionary. They are a record. So they're not judgmental. Um, they're just like they're neutral, they're loving, and they're supportive. You can think of them as your soul's personal archive, let's say. They're accessible, they're safe, they're very safe up there, and they're always available to you to ask questions within. Everyone has access to their own records. You don't need to have special powers or abilities. You just need to be able to connect with the records, and then you can go in there and ask your questions. How fantastic. So let's talk about how they work then. So how do the Akashic records actually work? So accessing the Akashic records is a meditative state, basically. You go to a higher level, a higher vibration. You're not channeling someone else. You're accessing your own soul's wisdom. So I would say you're not channeling someone else. No, you are channeling yourself. Okay, this is your soul, this is your guides, this is your wisdom. Okay, we can all channel. Some people can channel, they're more adept at it than others. I can channel other people's guides within the records. And I've channeled galactic beings, people like that. But you also are a channel. You are a channel for your own guides and your own wisdom, your own intuition. It comes through to you as a channel. So you're accessing your own soul's wisdom. There are guides and there are keepers who will facilitate this access. Okay, so when you go into the Akashic Records, you will meet your guides, um, and these are beings of light, and they're beings of light who are there to support your soul's journey. Okay, support you in what you want to achieve in this lifetime and what your soul has signed up for you to achieve in this lifetime. Okay, because we all come here with things that our soul has signed us up to. Ha. Um, when you ask a question, the Akashic Records will show you the answer. And it will come to you in different ways, depending on who you are and the way that is best for you to access it. So you may see images, you may just feel things, you may just know things, you may hear the answer. It may just come through you to you through sound. Um, or it may be, yeah, direct communication, or at the time you may get nothing at all and not realize. You may think, oh, well, that didn't work for me, but it has worked for you. You will have got your answer. It may not be the right moment for you to actually receive it at that point, in which case it will come through to you over the next period of time. And that could be really, it's really between you and your guides, but usually within the next day or two, you will get the answer to your question. All of a sudden, you will go, oh, what was that that just came in? Oh, yeah, okay. So it's a great idea to journal it, to journal what your question was and what has come in afterwards, because sometimes they come in without you even realizing. So when you, as I said, when you ask the question, you will receive the answer. It will come to you in different ways. Sometimes you get a combination of all those different ways. When you work one to one with me, we work it together. You will get some things, I will get some things, and we will go through the answer. I will channel people, I will channel your guides. It all works in very many different ways. When you enter through a group, then you are within the group vibration and you are receiving the answers to what we are looking at in that particular session within the group. So it works slightly differently depending on how you do it. But the point here is you will always get an answer. Um, As I said, it's different for everyone. I think I've sort of labored that point. Have I? Some people, it's the vision, some people feel the energy, some people just know the answer. The records respond to genuine questions asked with an open heart. Okay. So the great thing is intention. What is your question? Keep it specific, not yes or no answers, because you can ask those in different ways. It's much better to ask an open-ended question because then they can expand upon it. Because if you ask a yes or no question, that all they're going to come back with is a yes or no answer. And sometimes there is some qualification, sometimes there is some talking around it that needs to be done. So if you ask a very pointed question, that very pointed yes or no answer may give you the exact answer to the question, but there may be some qualifications around it that you haven't thought of. Like, should I change my job? Yes. You may think that's the one that is coming up for you at the moment. So, yes, this is my new job. All you've asked is, should I change my job? That doesn't mean this is the right job for you. Okay, so you get what I'm trying to say there. You're always in control. You can ask anything and receive clarity. So that's what I'm trying to say. Just remember to get that clarity. It's not about a yes or no answer. Okay, so that's what happens. That's what they are. That's what happens. What can you expect on your first experience with the Akashic Records then? So it's very exciting, first of all. And whatever you think it's going to be like, generally speaking, it's quite different. Okay. That's what I usually hear from my clients anyway. And I remember my first experience. So your first Akashic record session might feel subtle or profound. Both are very valid. It could be, wow, wow, it's all just coming through. Or it may just be subtle changes of energy, visions of lights moving around. Whatever you see is right for you and where you are on your journey. Okay, I'm very specific about this, where you are on your journey, because we are all in a different place. We are all in a different area, and never compare where you are on your path to somebody else, because that is their journey. This is your journey. It's great to share your experiences, but don't feel, oh, I'm so much further on, or the opposite, that, oh, I'll never get there. It's useless. It's not for me. I can't see it. Neither of those are valid. Um, so some people will feel energy shifts. Some people, colors or images, or you may just receive downloads of information. You may just feel it coming straight into you. You may see, I've seen sacred geometry, messages in Sanskrit just appearing. And the same is true for other people, whatever is right for you, as I keep saying. Others just feel calm, grounded, and deeply held. Okay, because that may be what they need at that particular moment. Or you might not see or receive anything, but you still get profound insights. The key is to trust the process and not force anything. Just don't force it, because the if you go in there thinking, "Oh, I'm never going to see anything. I'm not going to get anything," then you won't, because you're pushing it away. You're pushing it where you're telling the universe, I'm not ready for this yet. And so it pushes it away. It says, that's fine. When you're ready, we'll let you know. Okay. That's how it works. Many people report insights coming in hours or days after the session, as I've said. Your subconscious is processing it. It's quite a valid experience to fall asleep, to lose consciousness, or to just like drift and think, oh, I didn't hear a word of that. I've no idea what happened. That is your subconscious saying, we're just going to take you out of this so that we can switch off your egoic mind and bypass it straight into the body. Okay, that is what's happening. So, okay, how do you prepare for the session then? How do you prepare to go up for this? You might think, whoa. All you need to do is find a nice, quiet, comfortable space, preferably where you're not going to be interrupted. Okay, it's just the same as any meditation, somewhere quiet, somewhere comfortable, that you can just feel into the energies that are coming through. Set an intention. As with anything, when you are talking to the universe, setting your intention is really, really great thing to do, because once you set the intention, then they know what you want. It's the same as anything, isn't it? Um, what are you seeking clarity on? That's the intention you want to set. Come with an open heart and genuine curiosity. If you closed off and go, this is never going to work, then it won't, because it's not going to work, so it won't work. But if you come with lots of curiosity, I wonder what'll happen. Ooh, this is exciting. And just allow, then it'll come through to you. There's no right way to experience the Akashic records. Your experience is perfect for you. As I've said, journaling after the session is a fantastic thing to do because it just helps you to see what is coming through and what comes through over the next, say, 24, 48 hours as well. Trust what comes through. Just trust it. When a thought pops into your head, don't immediately dismiss it. Think, view it with curiosity. Oh, I wonder where that popped in. This question, oh, funnily enough, that could answer that question. And sometimes it just doesn't make sense at the time. Sometimes you've no idea. Sometimes a song pops into your head. And you're like, what on earth? Where has that come from? I've not had the radio on, nothing, but a song has come into your head. That is a great way for you guys to send a message to you. So go look up the song, who sang it, what are the lyrics, or and also think about what does it mean to you? Because songs like places can have very profound effect on you. So what does it mean to you? So I talked to you about the Akashic Records and what they are. In the multi-dimensional circle that I keep mentioning to you, it's a fantastic place. It's a sacred container for your Akashic Records journey. So every single month, Patrice will open with some light language transmission, some channeling, and then I will follow that up with an Akashic journey. Each month is different. I answer, the universe tells me what is coming in for me this month, what I need to work with. Okay, and each month it's different. Generally speaking, I don't know until a week, sometimes a few days beforehand, what it's going to be. Um, but it's always something different, and we go and meet. In the past, we've worked with unicorns, we've worked with whales, we've worked with archangels. Whatever comes through for us, we've worked with Merlin. It's just every month is different, and it's fantastic. As well as that, as well as the container there, you have access to all the past lives that we've done, as well as the one for that month, as well as other journeys and meditations that Patrice and I have put into the portal for you to work on during each month. And we just look into your body and your body will put the right one in front of you. It's so fantastic the way it all works. So, you will receive in there clarity, healing, profound insights. You can ask questions, you can share. We love people to share, but don't if you don't feel if it's not for you. Okay, when you feel ready to share, then that's the time to share. You're never alone. You're never alone. And not only in the container are you never alone, but your guides and your Akashic record keepers are there with you all the time. When you meet them for the first time, it's like knowing. It's like you already know them. You feel very comfortable with them. So I've rambled on today, as I do. Your Akashic records, though, are waiting for you. Your soul has so much wisdom to share with you. Are you ready to listen to it yet? And when you are, we're here for you. Come and join us in the circle and experience your first Akashic record journey or your 100th Akashic record journey. Wherever you are, we're ready to meet you there. Your soul's wisdom is just one meditation away. Okay, I'm so looking forward to meeting you if it feels right for you.